NCAA March Madness is headed to St. Louis, and you can be there to share the experience with your family and friends. It's the 2016 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship, first and second rounds, March 18th and 20th at the Scott Trade Center, hosted by the Missouri Valley Conference. Visit ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Score your tickets and view hospitality options. Brad Wells, Eric Braley, and a pretty full McLeod Center here in Cedar Falls, closing out 2015 and starting the Missouri Valley Conference season. Well, what does Bradley need to do to get back into this game here, Brad?
Well, they need to get off to a fast start here in this second half, just like they did in the first half. They went toe-to-toe with the Panthers in the first 8 minutes of the basketball game. They had the score tied at 9. And the Panthers went on a 13-0 run. So if they can get off to a fast start, hit a couple of their early shots, try and get things going inside, might give them a chance to get a spark, start chipping away at this lead.
UNI starts with the basketball. Washburn has it in the home white uniforms. Purple numbers and lettering. Bradley in the red with white numbers. Morgan, jumper about 13 feet away, buries it. Morgan now with a dozen to lead all scores.
And Jeremy ranks number 3 in the Valley in field goal shooting. Very efficient shooting from the floor, and that continues here today.
Washburn whistled for the foul away from the basket. Again, it's tough with this rule, all of these rule changes. You're trying to be physical, body him up.
Washburn just got outsized there by Callum Barker at 6'9" inside. The Panthers switching all the screens, and Bradley able to take advantage of that a couple of times in the first half, but there you see it with Barker, and there you see it again. Barker has Washburn inside and asking for the basketball, and this time he's getting called for initiating the contact.
Just watching that, I think either foul could have been called on either guy. I mean, the first one could have been called on Callum and the second one on Washburn. It's just two guys jockeying for a spot on that post. And it's tough to watch if you're first-year head coach Brian Wardle.
Well, for UNI, they want to keep Bradley from going toe-to-toe with him there in this start of the game.
Bohannon can't knock it down. Wardle watching as a couple of his players now with 3 personal fouls. Nice strip is going up with the shot was Von Bray. Look at the pesky Bohannon. Just swats it away, cleanly out of bounds. It'll stay with the Braves with 27 seconds on the shot clock.
And Von Bray can be an offensive spark for Bradley. When he had 19 points and 11 rebounds, scored 9 of the team's first 13 points. So he knows how to start a half by scoring some points.
Trying to get into the paint, nothing doing there. Strong rebound. And here comes Washburn up the center of the court with the right-hand dribble. Cook has yet to attempt a three-pointer this season, which surprises me a little bit. His 2 older brothers really like to shoot the 3. He makes a living inside the paint, though.
Yeah, Bennett Cook has not attempted a three-pointer in his career. I don't know if we'll see it this year, even next year in his junior season. By his senior year, maybe he'll have develop that three-point shot, but for right now, I think Coach is having him focus on his inside game and footwork and defense and offense down on the block that the Panthers so desperately need.
Well, Morgan has the green light, and he knocks it down from the near corner. 15 points, 15 big ones for Morgan, the majority of them coming in the last couple minutes of the first half and the first 2 minutes of the second half. The lead continues to grow, up 51-28. Down under 10 on the shot clock. 2 seconds to go, and the jumper by Barker, he's playing with 3 fouls.
Just a little too much separation that time from Bennett Cook. Little step back jumper for Barker.
2-hand stuff. Perfect feed into the big man, Bennett Cook.
Well, you set a screen, you roll to the rim. No red jerseys between Bennett Cook And the goal able to slam it home for UNI.
Panthers being very efficient shooting again in the second half. 3 of 4. And they're going to say it's Bradley basketball. You be the judge here.
Yeah, I didn't think Jesperson got a finger on it. I thought that was all Barker from my angle. That camera angle made it look like he maybe got a finger on it, but looked like it was still off Barker.
Three-pointer, no good. Cook with another rebound. He's been doing a good job not only scoring points, he has 12, but getting rebounds as well. Bohannon misses his first 2 threes to start the second half, but the Panthers quickly get the ball back. Just getting the second half underway, really not feeling the necessary energy, but when you look up and see that you're leading by 23 points, Bennett Cook spins in the paint and knocks it in for 2 more.
Yeah, real nice footwork by Cook that time. Got the pass a little late from Washburn. I thought he'd get it to him right after he got around the defender. And by the time Cook caught the basketball, 2 defenders were merging. He had to split the defense and was able to bank it in for 2.
Cook 5 of 6 tonight, and the Panthers lead by 25. You're watching UNI versus Bradley, presented by Casey's General Store.
Whatever USA, America's newly minted town. A place Bud Light founded on fun and filled with everything you've ever dreamed of. No, really, everything.
How did I get so lucky to come here?
And even the stuff you didn't dream of, but was way too awesome to leave out. A place reserved for people that welcome whatever comes their way. Stuff like this, and even this. They are not faint-hearted. They are adventurous, open-minded, spontaneous. And this is their playground. To these people everywhere, cheers.
You've upgraded all your old technology, so what about this? It's time to get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is a foot-activated liftgate. New is tougher, stronger, and lighter. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now, get into a new Focus, Fusion, or Escape with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 trade assist cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Stay tuned for more Panther Sports Talk.
That's a wrap.
You in a hurry, Coach?
Actually, I am. I got to run to the bank before our team meeting.
Well, Coach, you don't need to go to a bank to deposit a check.
Well, I'm sure not going to give it to you.
All you need is the Lincoln Savings Bank mobile app. It's like having a bank branch right in your cell phone. Just take a picture of your check, and it deposits electronically.
That'd be awesome.
LSB offers remote deposit, bill pay, transfers, branch finder, secure messaging, state-of-the-art security, all in the palm of your hand.
Oh, you remembered the donuts.
Casey's, famous for pizza.
Casey's General Stores now offers online ordering. Visit Casey'sToGo.com to order pizza, subs, and more. Casey's, famous for pizza. Here's that dunk. Washburn creates, slips it in, and Cook takes care of the rest. Bennett with 14 points, only trailing his teammate Morgan, who has 15. The Braves' leading scorer is Pittman with 6. Brad Wells, Eric Braley here for the Panther Sports Network. UNI has been in control of this one for the majority of this game.
Well, for UNI, Wes Washburn's expending a lot of energy inside trying to defend the Bradley Braves in the post. That time the switch had him on Dante Thomas, and he was fighting for position. Wes Washburn listed at 6'1". I think he's 6'1" with the high top.
He is.
Yeah. He plays a lot bigger than 6'1", though. He's got some ups. He can get to the rim and finish.
He had the #1 play on ESPN for his dunk in the Diamond Head Classic. That dunk waved off, a foul before the shot, and we've reached another timeout here. 55-30. Panthers looking good to open up league competition and close out 2015. We'll step away and be back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Greg Stockdale, and I invite you to come visit our brand new facility in Shell Rock, Iowa. Discover the superior sales and service Rolling Forward has to offer. We'll make your car buying experience smooth and simple. Rolling Forward values our customers, and we're a strong supporter of our local community. We're Rolling Forward. Come see us soon. We're conveniently located just off Highway 3 in Shell Rock.
Home Appliance. We are Eastern Iowa's local low-price leader. Kitchen and laundry appliances, that's all we do. You'll find the full line from KitchenAid. And at prices you won't find even at big box stores. The big difference? We deliver, install, and service everything we sell. You'll find us on Oakland Road behind Coe College. Home Appliance, your local low-price leader.
As a military officer, I was trained to lead. As a trial lawyer, I fight every day to help families rebuild after loss. Many people never call a lawyer because they don't like us, don't want to deal with a problem, or just don't know what to do next. Let me help. I'll represent you with the same dedicated service that's defined me for the last 30 years. I'm attorney Jeff Tronvold. I hope you never need my services, but if you do, I'd be honored to fight for you.
The team at Dr. Fitzgerald & Associates wants to help you protect your precious peepers. We can protect little peepers, preteen peepers, sporty peepers, stylish peepers, outdoor peepers, contact peepers, and we also offer sensory learning peepers.
Protect your precious peepers.
Casey's General Stores now offers online ordering. Visit caseys2go.com to order pizzas, subs, and more. Casey's, famous for pizza. 55-30, UNI. And a good crowd here in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Panthers 8-5 overall, 4-1 at home. They've been on the road a long, long time. 7 straight road games this past month. Bradley, 2 wins, 11 losses on the year. They're 0-7 on the road.
Yeah, it's one thing to be road warriors. It's another thing to get wins when you're on the road, and that's something UNI was able to do, beating Iowa State on a neutral court, getting a win at George Mason, at North Dakota. Just 1 of 3 down in Hawaii. I know the Panthers feel like they left 1, maybe 2 games on the floor down there. Wanted to come away with a win against that host school, Hawaii, but it seems like Hawaii always comes away with a win that they shouldn't down in that Christmas week Diamond Head Classic tournament.
A foul. Well, in UNI's defense, Brad, that game tipped off after midnight Central Standard Time. I don't care if you're there a day or 2 early.
Plus first game of the tournament for them. They just a day removed from their flight to Hawaii.
I had to set an alarm clock to get up to watch that game.
That's not in the typical viewing schedule for a lot of fans.
Last time the Panthers played was Christmas Day. Open up your presents and watch some Panther basketball. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful holiday season. Crank it up a couple notches, though. It's conference play.
Yeah, UNI showing that they're ready and they're glad to be back home with a 25-point lead here in the second half.
Washburn, you could tell he wanted to take that shot. And Morgan with the offensive rebound and a chance to go to the free throw line. That's 16 fouls on Bradley. UNI has only committed 1 foul here in the second half as Morgan to the line. He's exploded for 15 points. A rare miss for the 85.4% free throw shooter. Morgan has 58 career starts already. He's just a junior.
And he's coming off a good game in that Christmas Day game against BYU. He had 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and he is one of the top defenders in the league, tops in the conference in steals per game.
Cook gets another rebound, and the shooting woes continue for Bradley. This half, just 1 of 5, 0 for 2 from behind the arc. Just 20% this second half and 34% for the game. 3 Braves could have been called for the foul there.
Take your pick, right?
So Lowhouse into the game, as well as Carlson, and another foul. And Brad, we are already in the bonus. Again, 7 fouls against Bradley, only 1 against UNI, and we still have 14:30 to play.
Well, we've talked about UNI being the top free throw shooting team in the Missouri Valley Conference at just under 74% shooting on the season. Right now, 10 of 16 at 62%. They'll have an opportunity to climb back up closer towards their average and try and keep them at the top of the league.
Clint Carlson, the 6'7", 225-pound sophomore forward out of Waverly. He scored a dozen with 4 assists in 30 minutes against BYU on Christmas Day. Keeps getting more and more minutes. It all depends on the game plan and the personnel of the opponent. He's got those broad shoulders. He can shoot the 3. He's quick.
Yeah, the quickness is really what helps Coach Jacobson put him in defensively, because you got a lot of 3-4 combo guards that not only go down low and play inside, but they'll play out on the perimeter, and they can use their quickness to get around some of the slower bigs. But Carlson, he's able to hang with him with his quick feet.
Kadero Bell, his first points of the game. Last year, the starting point guard. He's the senior. Again, Bradley has a senior, which is Bell, a sophomore, and 10 freshmen under first-year head coach Brian Wardle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Washburn acknowledges that, lets it go, no good. He was so efficient shooting that 3-point shot early on in the season. He's cooled off a little bit.
He probably should have taken that shot when he received the pass from Carlson. Some good inside-outside action, but elected to try and get something else. I don't think he realized the shot clock was under 10 when Carlson threw it out to him.
Here's Wes doing what Wes does. Collides into our camera guy. Hopefully Wes and Joe Surma are all right. Big collision, 11 points. Excuse me, 4 points for Washburn in the lead, 59-32. It's hard to keep a lead this big for this long. Yeah. The Panthers are making it look easy.
And they've been doing nothing but extend that lead, too, and really taking it to this younger Bradley team. You see pretty gassed right there. Dante Thomas able to get to the free throw line, but he's been earning it here in this second half.
Our Bradley player watch, you can see the stats leading them in points per game.
I'll lead him in points and rebounds both. Just really does it all for this Bradley team, and getting in foul trouble early in that first half really hurt the Braves and allowed UNI to open up that halftime lead at 18 points.
He had a career best 22 points November 28th versus Ole Miss. He scored double digits in his last 8 games. But right now, Thomas has just a couple points. Just 1 point. In the lane, floater. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, and the Panthers reset. Carlson with the offensive rebound. Yeah, Clint Carlson, 4 for 4 from the floor. 10 points, 2 rebounds. Morgan fouled as he gets close to the rim. Third personal against Bell.
A lot of cutting action right now for UNI offensively. And it's a lot to process these young Bradley defenders. It's one thing to be a good defender in high school and, you know, set a school record for blocked shots or steals, but to be able to stick with the complex offenses of the college game, it's a huge step up for a lot of players.
That'll be Jeremy Morgan's easiest steal of his career. Ball just pops right to him. Bradley does have 5 players with 3 personal fouls with about 12 minutes to go still. Bohannon just rimming out. Little lull in action here. It's been a while since these teams have scored. Little sloppiness.
Officials letting them play on as well.
Morgan, here's a 3. Good. Oh, his toe on the line, his big toe on the line. But nonetheless, Jeremy Morgan has 18 points on 6 of 8 shooting.
Closing in on a potential career high night. Had 20 points to open the season against Colorado State. And a pass to the head coach is never a good pass to make.
No, the frustration on first-year head coach Brian Wardle. He's got 10 freshmen, and at times they're playing like freshmen. A timeout on the court. Brad, the Panthers have been giant killers this year, and they have to have an air of confidence about them. Great graphic made by Jeremy Ott, our director. You can see Jake and the Giant Killers. You think knocking off #1 North Carolina was fun? Well, how about going on the road, the Big Four Classic, and taking down in-state rival Iowa State.
2-0 against top 5 ranked teams this season, and just really been doing it with a whole lot of grit, a lot of three-point shots made, and the top 25. You look at the top 25, and how about this, Eric? Yesterday, the Iowa Hawkeyes beat Michigan State, who's #1. You've got Kansas and Oklahoma at 2 and 3. Iowa State's going to have a chance to beat them. There's a potential scenario where all 3 state schools from Iowa, 3 of the Big Four,
yep,
Iowa, Iowa State, and UNI will have a chance to beat the #1 ranked team in the country in the same season.
And out of all those teams, it's a Panther State, as Iowa State beat Iowa and UNI beat Iowa State. Jake and the Giant Killers. Wichita State next on their radar as far as Giant Killers goes, but you got to win these games, the games against the 2 and 11 Bradley Braves as well. Well, Casey's General Stores now offers online ordering. Visit Casey'sToGo.com to order pizza, subs, and more. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Well, you talk about Giant Killers in the league. How about Bradley going up against the Giant Killers here in the Missouri Valley Conference? They start with this game here at UNI, who's picked 3rd. Their next game, a home game against Wichita State. Then they host Southern Illinois, who's at the top of the non-conference wins. You see right there at 11 and 2. And then Evansville. Can't start any tougher than that with a Valley schedule.
First 5 games for Bradley against the toughest competition, looking at that non-conference schedule. And Bradley, again, if you go by winning percentage by opponents, they played the toughest non-conference schedule with 10 freshmen and 2 non-freshmen, a sophomore and a senior. I do want to say special shout out to executive producer Denny Bowman. He's in Iowa City with his son Ben. Thoughts and prayers with you, Denny, and thinking of you and your family as Ben recovers from surgery today. And a special thanks to Jeremy Ott for stepping up, taking over, and the rest of the PSN crew for stepping up in that tough situation here today, pulling off a good broadcast.
Yeah, we're down a man in our crew, but the UNI Panthers with their 28-point lead sure are helping make up for it.
Jesperson, a nice drive and finish. He has 9 points. And the lead now 63-35. Still a lot of basketball left to be played in this one. That's one thing. The Panthers really only play 8 players. Robbie Kennard's gotten into 5 games.
Shot clock's under 5 here.
I don't know if he got it off.
I didn't think he did either. Coach Jacobson says that was no good, and the officials now will go look at the review monitor.
Officials talking at midcourt, saying, should we I think that's
From
still
that
in his
angle,
hands.
From that angle, it was clearly still in the hands of Dwayne Lotier Ogunleye.
It was close, and by the naked eye, watching it in live action, it's a tough call to make, but when you slow it down.
And Ogunleye just 7 points if you count that basket tonight. He's one of their top scorers, was Missouri Valley Conference Newcomer of the Week back at the start of the season with 19 points in their season opening win against Ball State.
Now they haven't looked at the monitor yet, and now they do. I wonder what Brian Wardle is saying. Jacobson was asking him to look. The Panthers did have the basketball.
I think it's clear when you slow it down, you see the ball still in the hands of Ogunleye.
Yep.
Right there.
So we got to love about that shot clock. The entire thing lights up. So it's easy to tell when it expires.
Looks like a Christmas tree, doesn't it, when it
Oh,
lights
man.
up like that?
That holiday spirit going strong.
Holiday harmony, the keys to the game. That counts for the officials too here tonight, right?
I think so. And again, this is a very good officiating crew. The Missouri Valley Conference does a great job of making sure they get experienced veteran officials. My only thing, does that play in the whole grand scheme of things? You know, you want to get it right, but making sure. I mean, Jacobson, he wanted, hey, go review that. That is a reviewable play.
Well,
Let's make sure.
Even when you're ahead by this many, up by 26, you know, with 10 minutes to play, I don't think coach is worried about losing the game based off of 2 points. But, you know, if you ask an official, hey, I don't think you got it right, and they didn't, that's maybe a feather in your cap for the next game. That you can be like, hey, remember.
Oh, he'll see these guys again.
Remember when you missed one? I might be telling you missed one tonight.
There's the officials. No good. Does not count. Jacobson in his 10th season ranks 8th all-time in MVC history with 103 league wins. His 18 wins over Bradley, the most over any MVC opponent. And look at that, it's not the land of Lincoln, the land of Jacobson. 53 wins, just 20 losses against Valley opponents in Illinois. That's 4 schools when he had Loyola into the mix the last couple of years.
Well, that's pretty impressive, too. You think of Southern Illinois, you know, 10 years ago, such a good, strong basketball program. And, you know, things have gone south for them lately. Bradley, it's been tough for them to get things going with their basketball program. Illinois State's had a lot of success, but the UNI Panthers have had their number, especially of the last few years. A buzzer beater last year in Normal to give the Panthers a big road conference win.
Big second half come from behind victory. That's what Nate Buss, couple of Panthers, had big games, not on the team anymore as 5 Panthers graduated off last year's 30-win season. Jesperson, one of 3 seniors in the starting lineup.
And this senior class is special for UNI, and Jesperson, he has been dynamite from three-point land this season, and he continues to stroke it well. They make very good decisions on when they shoot the three-point shot. And Jesperson has been asked to play that 4 position. So defensively, he plays inside a lot more than what he has in the past. Offensively, though, he can still knock it down from outside.
Jesperson 5 of 7 from the floor, 2 of 3 from downtown. Panthers have committed 3 fouls. The Braves 8. Shot won't go for Antoine Pittman, the freshman guard out of Rockford, Illinois. He scored in double figures in 4 straight games. Rolled an ankle on November 16th, missed 3 of the next 4 games. He's getting back. Going to be a big part of this team he has.
Had a career high 15 against Boise State, and that was his 4th straight double-figure points performance. Probably is the best athlete on this Bradley team and can handle the basketball, and he needs to be a big part of this Bradley Braves basketball resurgence.
Bohannon stroking it. He's into double digits with 11. And right now it's Cook, Morgan, Bohannon, Jesperson, and Carlson. 5 Panthers, all in double digits. Washpin with 4. Lowhouse and Friedman have played and not scored.
Look at this. Bohannon just makes a three-pointer. He's still picking up his defensive assignment down on the other end. Kind of an unforced turnover for Bradley. Just lost the handle of it, but Matt Bohannon was right there making sure that if they did lose that basketball, it'd either go out of bounds or he'd be there to clean it up.
A dozen turnovers for Bradley, just 4 for UNI. A foul with 8:33 to play in regulation, and a 69-36 advantage for UNI.
Bradley's gone through stretches where they have handled the basketball nicely and have really kept the turnovers to a minimum, but then you just get those moments where UNI just kind of turns up the pressure just a little bit, cranks the heat up, and really affects Bradley. And then when they start to come, those turnovers come in bunches.
Panthers scoring off those turnovers as well. 13 points off of turnovers. Here's Carlson, the sophomore. Buries them both, 71-36. Yeah, you think with Clint suspended for the first 3 games, maybe you don't lose to Colorado State if you have Clint Carlson in the lineup.
Well, for UNI to miss him for not just Colorado State, Stephen F. Austin, North Carolina, they picked up those 2 wins without him and kind of showed their cards that this is still a Ben Jacobson coached team, and it's going to play team defense, and it's going to be unselfish offensively, and can plug in whoever we need to. But yeah, to get those guys going inside for Carlson and Cook to play that they have to start Valley play, even if it is against Bradley, that's still going to help them moving forward, get them more experience, more confidence, and should earn them some more playing time down the road.
Good look for Ronnie Suggs, the freshman out of Washington, Missouri. Comes off the bench, logging at least 19 minutes in every game this season. Has 2 points here tonight. Panthers being patient with it on the offensive end. Shot clock under 10, and Washpin looking to create. 3. And that 3 no good. We told you Carlson can hurt you inside or out. On the season, he's knocked down several 3-pointers. That was an ugly looking 3-pointer.
Barker thought he had it all lined up. Thought he'd deliver top of the key.
He's 3 of 23 before that shot. Yeah, it's might have slipped out of his hands a little bit. 12 on the shot clock. Carlson hits a cutting Washpin, who falls down, has the basketball right in front of Jacobson. Okay, you be the official here.
We'll see why he's upset. Boy, I don't know now. Now that I see it in slow-mo, they might have got it right.
71-36, 7:06 to play in regulation. Panthers, well, they've been looking good. Looking to finish strong. You're watching UNI versus Bradley, presented by Casey's General Stores.
You're going to flip for the all-new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. Now, when you get the new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card, you get the same big savings on gas, plus perks like special deals on your favorite products, cash prizes, or gift cards, maybe even a new car or an all-expenses-paid trip. And getting your new card is easy. Just pick one up at Hy-Vee, go online to activate it, and start earning your perks. It's that simple. Get your new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card today.
America's Sports Network Fox Sports 1 is now available on the go. Watch it on any device, all included with your paid TV service. You'll get the best live streaming sports, original shows, news, and highlights. Check it out now at foxsportsgo.com. Download the Fox Sports Go app today.
Fox Sports Go is free with HD TV service from CFU FiberNet. Get your free password at cfu.net/sports.
You've upgraded all your old technology, so what about this? It's time to get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is a foot-activated liftgate. New is tougher, stronger, and lighter. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now get into a new Focus, Fusion, or Escape with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 trade assist cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
As local contractors, we're trained in how to help you
take advantage of Mid-American Energy's money-saving rebates.
Rebates that make our energy-efficient products more affordable.
And save you money on your energy bill.
In fact, we'll install more than 9.3 million energy efficiency improvements
in homes and businesses over the next 5 years.
We're your energy allies.
Find out the real power
of our partnership today.
The power's in your hands with Mid-American Energy.
Join Coach Jake and hear about the latest on Panther basketball every Thursday night from 6 to 7 p.m. at the other place on University in Cedar Falls. Jake still working the officials, leading 71-36. It's been all UNI in the first half. Panthers shot the ball well. In the second half, shooting it even better.
56% shooting here in the second half. A little down from the first half performance where it's close to 70% shooting. But still 64% shooting for the game. An excellent offensive night for this UNI Panther basketball team.
Defensively, looking strong as Bradley has just scored 36 points and their leading scorer only has 7. Good drive and finish. Get Teddy Friedman on the board. Ted with 2 points. He's averaging 1.5 points per game. He's played in all 13, now 14 games. Scored a career high 8 points versus Richmond earlier in the year. Turnover, and that is number 14 against Bradley. And here comes Robbie Kennard. So we talked about how the Panthers are about 8 deep. They have 9 players who can play, who are not redshirting, and Robbie Kennard is the 9th. He's a good player, a 6'1" sophomore guard out of Illinois. This will be his 6th game he's played in. He's 2 for 5 from the floor, and he played in a dozen games last year as a redshirt freshman.
Made his first free throw of his career last week in the game against Hawaii. Other than that, 6 points at North Dakota, as that was part of UNI's big win on the road, winning 97-51. And 6 points there, a free throw in Hawaii. He's one of those crowd favorites too. End of the game, you get him in, and just a sophomore. I mean, eventually he's going to be a big piece of this UNI offense, and to get minutes, you know, even if it's 5 or 6 minutes at the end of a game, those are big minutes.
They are
for some of the young players.
Jumper, right wing, short, and Carlson rips it down. Clint with 4 boards to go along with his 12 points. And here with Wes Washman on the bench, Wyatt Lohaus, his younger brother, coming to play at UNI next year out of Iowa City West. As the officials talk, I know there's a lot of college football bowl games going on. Want to wish the Iowa Hawkeyes the best of luck in the Rose Bowl, and the connection that, you know, Jeremy Morgan's father played basketball at Iowa, and Wyatt Lohaus's father played basketball at Iowa, and the quarterback the last time the Hawkeyes were in the Rose Bowl was Matt Bohannon's father.
Yeah, I got to kind of hang out with Gordy Bohannon as the UNI Panthers were out east earlier this year. Got to watch the Big Ten championship game with him at a restaurant over in Virginia. And
With Kevin Boyle.
With Kevin Boyle, UNI's color analyst on the radio network, a former All-American Hawkeye basketball player. And so a couple of big-time Iowa athletes watching the Iowa Hawkeye Big Ten championship game, and both came away a little disappointed after that one. thought they'd be in the Final Four in the college football playoff, but pretty darn good consolation prize. You head out to Pasadena, playing the Rose Bowl.
And then you look at just college basketball in the state of Iowa. Drake, a much improved team, but Iowa State, top 10, top 15 team. Iowa knocking off #1 Michigan State.
Yeah.
And UNI proving they can beat anybody on any given night, taking down both the Cyclones and the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Last year, it was special to have 3 teams in the NCAA tournament from the Panther State, as that three-pointer is good for Scotty James.
Yeah, really some high-level basketball being played within the state borders right now. And you know, Drake, they're on their way up. They've got some things rolling in the right direction.
I think they'll be the most improved team in the Valley before it's all said and done with.
They could be, yeah. If they get it together this year, they've got a few pieces in place where it's certainly a possibility. But yeah, over the next 2 or 3 years, look for things to change for the Bulldogs.
Another foul. Here's Cook to the free throw line. 4:52 to go. Bennett Cook, 14 points. He's 5 of 6 shooting from the floor, but he's 4 of 8 shooting from the free throw line. So one thing these post players need to improve on, looking at Bennett Cook's free throw shooting percentage, 62%. Ted Friedman, he's just 1 of 9 on the season from the charity stripe. If you get in close games, those post players need to be able to bury those free throws.
And it's always tough. The post players always seem to be on the lower end of the free throw shooting percentage chart. But yeah, anytime you get in close games, that's why you have the senior guards, the upperclassmen, have the basketball in their hands late in the game when it is close, because you know they've got the ability and the moxie to knock those down.
Low house to Robbie Kennard, you betcha. Like a well-oiled machine, a beautiful play, and Robbie Kennard now has 9 points this season. Well, the crowd likes it.
His first point scored here in the McLeod Center last year. Played 12 games as a redshirt freshman after tearing his ACL the 2013-14 season, just ahead of that season. And he's put in a lot of hours, a lot of hard work to be able to get into game shape and be a contributor every day in practice.
Three-pointer short, and that means all 9 players that could play in this basketball game have scored for UNI. Meanwhile, Bradley has no players in double digits, as they are 14 for 43 from the floor for 32%. Only 4 of 17 shooting from downtown for 23%. The Panthers' offense has been good, but the Panthers' defense has been even better. We'll take a timeout and be back with the final 3:23 of this game. You're watching Panther basketball here on the Panther Sports Network.
We've been here 62 years, a part of Iowa, working alongside people in good times
Day 6 of RAGBRAI
and bad.
Flooded very badly.
Building community, keeping the truth for one reason: you. It's the spirit of being an Iowan, putting in a long day's work for family, for friends, for community. It's why we're here, to give you a voice, to let you know that you are never alone. Now, our family is even larger, with a common goal to strengthen our communities and build a place we can all be proud to live. That's our commitment to you, from our past, our present, and to our future. We are KCRG TV9.
If there's a wedding in your future, plan to attend the 10th Annual Iowa Wedding Expo January 3rd at the Coralville Marriott. Meet the corridor's leading wedding vendors with ideas for your perfect wedding, from cakes to centerpieces and much more. Then see the latest wedding styles at the runway show, from XOXO Bridal and Prince Albert Tuxedo. For more details, go to iowaweddingexpo.com. The Iowa Wedding Expo, Sunday, January 3rd at the Coralville Marriott Hotel and Convention Center.
Casey's General Stores now offers online ordering. Visit Casey'sToGo.com to order pizza, subs, and more. Casey's, famous for pizza. We appreciate Casey's great sponsorship of UNI Panther Athletics. And we appreciate you tuning into this Panther Sports Network broadcast. Brad Wells, Eric Braley, here inside the McLeod Center as UNI opens up Missouri Valley Conference play. Suggs with now 4 points as the Braves execute, coming out of a timeout.
We talk about the importance of starting the Missouri Valley Conference schedule with a win, and for UNI to come up with this win, it's big for them. One, it's a must-have. It's one of those games that you can't let slip away.
Yep.
Bradley coming in just 2-11 on the year. There's a chance that this team, as talented as they have, they've got some talent. They've got to harness it. If they can put together 40 minutes of good action, they may come away with a Missouri Valley Conference win or two this season yet. It's going to be tough sledding for head coach Brian Wardle, but for the UNI Panthers, kind of get their feet rolling, finally get back home, done with a very tough non-conference schedule, had them on the road for over a month. They've got Bradley at home, then they've got 2 on the road before they're back home on January 9th when they host in-state rival Drake. So really good for UNI to come out, get the win here tonight, and just get the conference schedule started on the right foot.
Again, Hawaii going 1-2 against real tough competition. And now it's a new chapter. You turn the page and it's Missouri Valley Conference season. We're under 2 minutes to go. Bradley trying to improve on their 9-24 record last year. Last place finish with 3-15 in league play as Friedman goes to work. Kicks, another shot, not good as Robbie Kennard now 1 of 4 in his 5 minutes of playing time here. All good looks.
It's tough when you're sitting down on the bench for an hour and 45 minutes and then all of a sudden you got to check into the game, and last time you were able to loosen up was, almost an hour ago when they came out of halftime.
4 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, good. That's Cardero Bell, the senior guard, the only returning starter, only returning letterman from last year, averaging 3.3 points. Yeah.
Such a young team. He's, the active leader for career, just about everything. Games played, minutes, points, rebounds, steals, assists, and he's probably deferring a little bit more to this younger crew, this freshman. But here's a look at the road ahead for Northern Iowa. 2 on the road at Southern Illinois and Missouri State, and then home against Drake.
That's a Panther
at Indiana
Sports
State.
Network game.
There's an opportunity for the UNI Panthers to get off to a really good start in this Missouri Valley Conference schedule if they can play as well as they did tonight.
Friedman makes the first, misses a second. The Panthers with the win tonight evens the series with Bradley. 28 for Bradley, now 28 for UNI. UNI now won 9 out of the last 10 in this series after sweeping the Braves 3 times last year. Remember, down at Arch Madness, winning the opening game 71-46 against the Braves. It's a new team for both schools, a new season. Bradley has a lot of work to do. The Panthers got to be feeling pretty good, moving to 9-5 overall, 5-1 at home. Five on the shot clock. Robbie, it'll stay here with 4 seconds.
It's also the 5th game this season that they've been able to score 80 points or more. They hit 90 a couple of times this year.
It's usually a good sign when UNI hits 80.
The shorter shot clock. The Panthers been able to put some points on the board as Bennett Cook shows why he may not attempt a three-pointer this year.
Our next broadcast, join us Wednesday, January 9th, when the Panther Sports Network broadcasts Panther basketball versus in-state rival and MVC rival Drake, live from the McLeod Center. Coverage begins on the Panther Sports Network at 7 o'clock on January 9th. There's the horn. Well, we knew the Panthers were going to win for a while. The final score was yet to be determined. Now we know, 80-44. The final. Panthers 1-0 in league play. Back with final thoughts from the McLeod Center. You're watching UNI versus Bradley, presented by Casey's General Stores. UNI basketball is brought to you by CFU FiberNet TV from Cedar Falls Utilities, home of the Panther Sports Network. Feel the excitement of game day every day in a Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Shop Nissan.com for great offers on America's most exciting lineup. Innovation that excites. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the UNI Panthers. And to learn about UNI's degree completion and graduate offerings at a distance, visit distance.uni.edu.
There's still time to get in. Get bonus cash now at Nissan's holiday event.
Get up to 1,000 bonus cash on top of existing offers.
Get in before it's over.
Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the Northern Iowa Panthers.
Oh, you remembered the donuts.
Casey's, famous for pizza.
There's really only one steak place that has the best steak. The most tender, most flavorful, mouth-watering steak. A place that makes the choice to serve you the best choice. Because we believe there really is no other choice. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Premium, hand-selected, 100% natural beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve. Because our choice is your best choice.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup honors the nation's best overall collegiate athletic program in each division, men's and women's sports. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook. Find us in USA Today, online, and on Twitter at LS Directors Cup. Over 2 decades of excellence, the Learfield Sports Directors Cup.
You already know that the University of Northern Iowa offers a world-class education on its Cedar Falls campus. But did you know that UNI offers some of the same high-quality programs at a distance?
At the time when I started the program, I was coaching, I was teaching at the time. I had a very busy schedule, and without that, I wouldn't have been able to pursue the master's degree. I think it's one of the best options out there. It was a great way for me to get a master's degree while maintaining my already busy schedule.
Learn more at distance.uni.edu. Closed captioning for this PSN telecast is brought to you by KCRG TV 9. Well, the score, 80-44. That kind of sums it up. The Panthers just stepped on the gas pedal after the first couple of minutes and never looked back. It's hard to hold a lead of double digits for that long of periods, but it wasn't just one guy. 5 players double digits, and a good, impressive performance by UNI, moving to 9-5 overall, Brad.
Yeah, very impressive. 36-point win for UNI. 5 players into double figures, and one of those was not Wes Washburn. So to get 5 guys outside of Wes Washburn into double figures, that's a big key for UNI. Will be very important moving forward as they get into more Missouri Valley Conference action.
The goal of Jacobson's toughest non-conference schedule in the 10 years as a head coach this season was to prepare them for the Missouri Valley Conference schedule. I think they're prepared.
Well, yeah, you've got some post players that had a good game tonight. You want to see Bennett Cook and Clint Carlson and Ted Friedman have a big game against some tougher competition. Bradley is athletic inside, but they're very young. They're still getting used to this college game. And to see them have a performance like this against, say, a Wichita State or in Evansville, where you have Egidius Moskovicius, the big guy inside for them, then they'd be prepared. But yeah, they've got a big one to hang their hat on here tonight.
80-44, the final. We thank you so much for tuning in. Again, special thanks to our director, Jeremy Ott, for stepping up, and special thoughts and prayers go out to Denny Bowman and his family as they take care of their son Ben in the hospital here tonight. Well, this copyrighted telecast is the property of Panther Sports Properties, LLC, an affiliate of Learfield Sports, under rights granted by the University of Northern Iowa. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or other dissemination or use of this telecast or any part of it without the express written consent of Panther Sports Properties is prohibited. 80-44 the final. Panthers 1-0 in league play. For Brad Wells, I'm Eric Braley saying so long from the McLeod Center. Good night, everyone.